let's talk about pre-framing. When it comes to converting consultations into paying clients, pre-framing is what you do at the very start of that consultation call. And it is so crucial that you do this because it sets you and it sets your client up for success. Pre-framing is something I learned in my NLP studies. Pre-framing is, there's a presupposition in the neuro-linguistic programming. It's known as pre-framing is worth a ton of reframing. So that you're not having to try to backtrack later or try to overcome any misconceptions that happened, you pre-frame for the client what's going to happen, and it creates safety. It's about like calming the waters, because believe it or not, you may feel a little nervous during your consultation calls. Chances are your clients feel a little nervous too. So we want to put our clients at ease. So here are some things that you've got to pre-frame at the start of the meeting. You want to pre-frame for your client what's going to happen, because that allows them to take a breath and calm the waters. The other thing is that you want to pre-frame the amount of time that it will take for this session. How much time do you have scheduled for them? This is also a really good time for the client to be able to speak up. If they thought you were going to meet for 20 minutes and they have a call in 20 minutes, but you thought you were going to meet for 30 or whatever that is. So again, doesn't keep them focused on like, oh my gosh, this person doesn't know that I have to get off the call at exactly 10:30 and now it's 10:27, right? So make sure you pre-frame the time. And then how to get more. This is what most people miss. They miss this opportunity to tell clients, I'm going to make an offer at the end. And I'm going to give you some language on how to do this so it doesn't come across salesy, but you do want to pre-frame for clients. Like, this is going to happen, okay? So here are some common missteps that happen in the pre-framing process. The first one is that people launch into their sales pitch. I cannot tell you how many times I have been on a what I thought was going to be a consultation call, and all the person does is sell me from start to finish. And it feels like, ugh, I need to go take a shower after that. All right, so we don't want to launch into our sales pitch. We're going to pre-frame what's going to happen, and I'm going to give you some ideas of how to walk people through the consultation so it doesn't come across salesy, and you don't need to launch into your pitch yet. Now, number 2 here on a common misstep is letting the prospect lead the meeting. You're the expert. You have to stand in your credibility. This is your time to shine and be the expert. So you lead the meeting. Okay, so don't let the client lead the meeting. If you're letting your clients lead the meeting, chances are you're going down all kinds of weird roads, and or you're coaching during your consultation, which is not in your best interest and also not in the best interest of your client. So don't let them lead the meeting, you lead the meeting. Now, number 3 is not having an outcome in mind at the start of the call. It is so crucial that you have some goals. And the goal may be to book a new client, but one of my main goals when I'm doing a selling strength assessment is also to assess, is this somebody I want to work with? And sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is this person's not ready for what I do, or this person is not coachable. Like those people exist out there in the world. So, or I don't really enjoy my interaction with this person, or whatever the reason is. But one of my outcomes is also to assess, like, is this an ideal client and where are they a good fit? For instance, sometimes I'll have a consultation with somebody or I'll have a selling strength assessment and I won't even offer them the group coaching option. Now, it's not that they can't find that on my website, but maybe I don't want them in my group. Maybe I don't think they're going to bring like good juju to my group, or there's something about them that doesn't feel like they'd be a good fit. I'm not going to offer that then. So again, this is where you want to have your outcome in mind. And one of the outcomes I would suggest is to decide, is this a client for me? Is this somebody I want to work with? All right, so let's talk about some pre-framing language that lays out all of these 3 things that you need to do. What's going to happen, how much time is involved, and how to get more. Okay? So you might say, thank you for taking the time to chat with me today. Think rapport, build rapport. So important here. So thank you for taking some time to chat with me today. And the purpose of this meeting is to walk you through the selling strength assessment. Or the purpose of this meeting is to get to know a little bit about each other and see if there's an opportunity for us to work together. So you insert your context here. We're scheduled to chat for about 20 to 30 minutes. And with your permission, we'll start with a few quick questions to ensure that we focus on what will be most meaningful for you. And you'll also have an opportunity to ask questions and learn more about how we might work together going forward. So before we get started, is there anything you'd like to say or ask? Notice how I softened my voice there. I want to give them permission to ask or say anything it is that they want me to know. Those are golden moments, by the way, when people speak up. And then if they say there's nothing they want to say or ask, I'm going to say, so shall we begin with a few quick questions? This is me asking permission to launch into a few quick questions. Pre-framing. I'm going to ask you questions, right? So you see in there, I talk about I'm building rapport. I am giving them the amount of time. I'm telling them what's going to happen. And I'm also telling them that there is an opportunity for us to talk about how we might work together going forward. All of those things are in there. So the language is there for you. Here's the assignment from this section. I want you to practice your pre-framing at the start of your client meetings. If you're not pre-framing now for clients, start doing it and see what happens. You may just find it like calms the waters and makes everything just go so much more smooth. You can do this. So put the other person at ease. Practice, practice, practice. Good luck.